Okay, so
Are we
everything
live?
is set. They should hear you now.
Okay then. Where is the... Is this the mic?
Yep, but since both microphones are working, they can hear us perfectly well.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. This is some next level shit.
We're not
sorry.
used to this kind.
So,
We have rules of questions against Anonymous.
yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, it's a little bit weird to try to reconfigure my brain to English streaming, because so far
Yeah.
I've been doing it only in Hungarian, and it feels weird.
It does actually for the first time, but it can be quite fun.
I think I'll get used to it quite soon. I mean, soon enough. But at first,
When
yeah,
was
it
the
felt
last
weird.
time you actually played a Hungarian League of Legends? I mean English League of Legends, sorry.
I have like it most likely it was around April last year. The last time when I played League of Legends in English. So
Nice.
I believe I'm quite familiar with the item names, but frankly, the champions' voices and stuff, it feels so weird to listen to them in English. Well, yeah. So the picks and bans are going on
Yeah.
quite nicely. I see Darius, Cho'Gath, and Wukong banned already.
Yeah,
And on the other
actually-
side, there is Morgana, Riven, and Leona. Yeah, I can read up.
Yeah.
You read out loud what I see on the
Yeah,
screen.
actually, if we think back to the previous games, like I think the previous 3 games, we both know why these champions were banned.
Oh,
I mean,
obviously, these champions are so good at
Yeah.
Twisted Tree Line that they almost a must-ban category.
And
in this game
yeah,
mode.
in the last 3 or 4 games, as I mentioned, basically they proved that they are really overwhelming. Like the previous, no, I think it was the game before the last one where Darius just annihilated everyone with his ultimate.
Totally. Like,
In this game, even though Wukong's side lost, the initiation from Wukong was really good.
actually, I have just realized that we've been watching the same game.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
were commentating
Yeah,
or
yeah,
watching
yeah,
it
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Hungarian, and I was commentating or watching it in English.
There is a problem. I seem to realize now that if I start shouting while the match is going on, all users' headphones will fucking explode. Sorry, will explode.
No, not that much. I already checked the volume. I mean,
Are you sure?
yep.
Okay then. I'm just, you know, worried about the safety
Based
of
on,
others.
based on the feedback, the volume should be okay. So if we think back, these
Okay.
champions were overwhelming. There was a really powerful Riven there. Morgana with good initiation, not in the previous game, but there was a really good Morgana. We've seen Cho'Gath as well. It's just,
We've seen today. We've seen a Riven going 13-0.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They gave her the kills, they gave her the gold, and then she was unstoppable.
The fun thing about that match is,
yeah, I know
they
the story
targeted-
behind it.
they targeted 3 bans at the guy
And-
Blackie who was
yeah.
playing Riven, and he said, "Well, you banned all my main champions.
I have no
what
idea
do I
what
do
to
now?"
think. Yeah,
And he said, "Well, fuck it, I go Riven," and he went totally dominating the game.
yeah.
Why?
I'm
Would
just
you-
refreshing the view to,
But why?
since
You just open that list and you can see all the viewers' names there.
not the viewers,
But
since it was black.
yeah, all right, but
Why-
please mute the stream,
I'm just
right?
Yeah, just it
Alright.
was black, so I wanted to make sure that
Yeah, okay,
everything is up
okay,
and running.
everything is fine. You can see it in OBS. So
Let's now, I think, talk about the picks. Well,
Yeah.
we have a lot of time.
we discussed the bans, I think.
Yeah.
About
Actually,
the picks.
Interesting that Maokai is not banned, because he was basically banned in all of the games before this. Everyone banned Maokai, they were afraid of him.
Fun fact is, they banned so many OP champions. I mean, you can only ban so many OP
Yeah,
champions.
there will be
but
always another
Yeah.
OP champion.
There are still
Like in Star Wars,
Strong.
there's always a bigger fish. There's always a more powerful champion. You just
Always.
cannot choose 6. Uh, Another thing is, these teams are quite considered overpowered. I mean, let's look at the left side. In my opinion, the blue team has the upper hand. Rules of since Renekton has a pretty good gap closer with a stun, and if you match that up with Xin Zhao's damage and mobility and LeBlanc's jump, that can hurt.
I've seen these champions on this tournament actually, and this season. I've seen a Renekton with only a Ravenous Hydra. Ravenous Hydra. My bad. And after he bought the Ravenous Hydra, he basically went full tank. And despite the fact that he decided to build to be the tank of the team, he totally dominated the game. Even though he was the tankiest member of the team, he dealt most of the damage, which is quite surprising, actually. And if we look at Xin Zhao, he can pretty much guarantee to isolate one member of the enemy team.
Yeah, with his ultimate.
Yeah, he jumps in and he knocks everyone from around his target away, and they have a free target for LeBlanc. She can just jump in and finish whoever she wants.
And there you go. And then you have actually a way for an assassin champion to work here, because sometimes it's really hard to use assassin champions in 3 versus 3 because the players are so close to each other. You just can't pick out one player. But this way Xin Zhao makes it possible.
And if you think about it, one lost player is a much bigger disadvantage for a team when it's only 3v3.
Yes.
You know, you lose a member in 5v5 and it's still 4 people against 5 people. If you're good enough, you might be able to focus and take out the enemy team. But if you lose a member in 3v3, the disadvantage is just so huge that you are pretty much lost. You have no way of...
Let's talk now about the other team as well, because if you think about it, if Xin Zhao jumps in but knocks out Jarvan or Maokai, they can basically instantly get back into the fight without any problems.
If they didn't use their gap
of course, given
beforehand.
if they didn't use anything.
But the good thing about their carry, I think, Maokai will be the big tank.
Yeah,
Jarvan will
and he will soak up the damage as well for everyone else.
Jarvan will be a little bit tanky, but will focus most likely on damage. And Lux will be the glass cannon of the team, who can just pew pew from behind. And if she is doing well, if she's good enough, she can pretty much outrange the others and stay back enough that Xin Zhao, maybe even LeBlanc, won't be able to catch her if her team protects her.
Yeah. Just a second.
No, it's the other way around.
Oh, sorry.
So, yeah, put that there and take the other one.
I'm a bit new to streaming, actually. I'm really not used to streaming.
You're doing good, actually. That's
Okay.
fine. Click there. Alright, now it's good.
Alright.
So we are on the loading screen already. Oh, you have to change again. Oh boy.
What?
No, you will have to select the in-game overlay after we finished loading. You know, I think the plugin in OBS that automatically changes the scenes is not working on this machine.
It worked before.
Then let's hope after the loading screen it will change to in-game right away.
No. It should.
Oh, yeah, I know what the problem is. Now I realize that, okay.
But never mind, now it works.
Actually, I have just realized that we were missing the actual game.
Oh, yeah.
No, didn't really realize that there was nothing on the loading screen. Only the overlay, which is obviously a mistake. But whatever. At least we fixed the logos, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that we know, actually both teams know that. What? Yeah, if you drink too much coffee, then
You will see noises all around the place.
yeah, like a hyperactive hamster on coffee.
Oh, maybe try once making your coffee with Red Bull. So you take Red Bull, you boil it, and you put
Why
coffee in
would
it.
I put a bull in my coffee?
Oh boy.
You have no idea. Last game when there was an Annie who was loading with the speed of a snail,
Yeah.
we were thinking about, Nick, that actually how is it working? Does she uses hamsters?
She uses-
Or have a toaster?
No.
Or maybe a machine that is run by coal? And in the end, we figured out that she is using a hamster running on a toaster.
No, she's actually trained the hamsters to load the coal into the oven that powers the toaster, and the toaster is running Leap.
Yeah, that's possible. But, or maybe the... Of course you can. You can always use the hashtag thing. It's up to you. Everything can be hashtag. But yeah, you can bet on which team we will win. It's an interesting question.
We actually don't have a poll going on about which team is going to win, but you can spam the chat to your heart's content.
Yeah.
We don't have moderators anyway, so whatever. Okay. So, not all set, because
What?
Renekton is jungling without smite. Am I seeing it right?
Looks like it, actually. But he's about to die.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think he might have just forgotten to change to smite and didn't realize in time or something like that.
But I think it is available to reset the game in the first 5 minutes, isn't it?
It is actually available. It's there as an option,
But nobody reads the rules.
I guess nobody read the rules, yeah. Because there is an option to remake the game. You can remake the game in the first 3 minutes, I believe,
Oh.
if there was no first blood yet in the game. But they don't mind. I think Renekton returned to top lane now and
Yeah.
decided to help Xin Zhao with his laning.
Which is a good idea, since...
Good idea, but right now he is back in level. He's behind in levels, so
Yeah.
he must be careful. In the meantime, Xin Zhao started a fight with Maokai and Jarvan, but it turned out to be in Jarvan's and Maokai's favor.
Yeah, because Jarvan's passive can be really overpowered at first levels. The 6%
Yeah,
extra damage, it's a lot.
but if you think about it, Renekton's early levels will give him a huge advantage in lane. Once he has his Q on at least level 3, from there he will be able to sustain most of the damage he takes on the lane. And also Xin Zhao has quite good sustain with his W. In the meantime, Anonymous will try to take that altar.
And they
And-
will succeed.
They managed to do that. West. This is the western altar. Yeah, okay. So they managed to take the western altar, which puts the blue team at quite the disadvantage.
Yeah, and they're already being...
The problem is that in Hungarian I managed to talk so fast about what's happening on the screen that it disturbs
Actually,
me
it's
to
nice.
not
Whoa!
being able.
Will the wolves kill LeBlanc? Oh, that was really close.
That was a lucky one
Yeah.
right there.
I'm not sure Lux did that on purpose, but
I believe
think
it was accidental.
yeah.
I mean coincidental that he startled the wolves into hitting LeBlanc, but it worked quite good.
Yeah. Almost. It was really close. Yeah, in English you have to get used to how to speak really fast and
How to scream and shout,
yeah.
like I used to. And
Ooh.
Xin Zhao misses that CS, which
Yeah.
he has been working for.
Yeah, actually LeBlanc is behind as well. And I think she lacks the damage for the first few levels.
Yeah,
and Lux has a shield as well, and that poses a problem.
she doesn't have the items she needs to be strong enough to oppose a threat to the enemy team. And so far, I've got to say, Red Team seems to be the stronger one. So far they have all the altars, they are leading in CS quite big time actually, and they have almost 1000 gold advantage, despite the fact that no kills have happened in the game so far.
Yeah, despite that, 1000 gold is really a big deal. But we have to wait and see, because the last game, it was looking like that the Red Team was a bit of losing, but in the end they didn't lose as well. They farmed a lot.
It looked like they were losing.
Yeah, but actually they were keeping their gold always as the same.
The early game was rough for that team because Yasuo really shines in the late game and
or mid-late game. Yeah.
No, well maybe the end of mid game and the beginning of late game, because very late he falls off, but. Darius is almost the same. He starts to become really powerful when mid-game starts. So basically early game was in blue team's favor. I can't remember the name actually. But late game was absolutely in the red team's favor.
It was Urban Underground or something like that.
Underground Heroes, yeah, that was the team's name. So it was totally in Laser Red's favor that the game went on for an extended period of time. And the main problem was that Morgana was so behind in CS, she dealt absolutely 0 damage.
Yeah.
The chains will go from LeBlanc and it snares Maokai, but it won't be enough for anything to happen. And the teams are returning to their lanes.
Yeah, we will see.
Ooh, and that is in quite a bit of trouble at the bottom lane, but meanwhile we are looking at top lane, a fight is going on, the exhaust goes off on Xin Zhao, and they might be in trouble now. They are actually on the same level right now, but extended fights, I think, are in Xin Zhao's and Renekton's favor, but they didn't quite have the
is already level 6.
Now they have the ultimates, and if they combo just right, they might be able to maybe even dive the blue team. Xin Zhao is recalling right now.
Yeah, this time Renekton won't be able to make the surfboard he wanted to out of Maokai. It's a sad thing.
And the red team is about to take back that altar that blue team just recaptured lately. And they actually do it because LeBlanc was at home, Xin Zhao is teleporting back, and Renekton also started recalling, so the blue team was basically at home, while red team managed to take back that altar. And the sad thing about those altars is that by having 2 altars, you don't only just gain the benefits of the buff the altar gives,
but you take it away from the enemy team as well.
The bonus gold, the 3 bonus gold after every minion kill is taken away from you, which is such a huge disadvantage when you are behind in farm. So if the blue team was still behind in farm, but they had both the altars, it should even out the little differences, but this way they don't get the extra gold, and the red team will get
Jarvan dives in that, but that was a mistake. He will die now,
and the Xin Zhao ult will finish him off. Lux is there, but he is quite low on mana. The mana potion is going off, so Splash goes off from Xin Zhao. Lux might be in quite a bit of trouble.
Nice jump. And
the chain goes off, and Lux is dead also. 2-0 the exchange for blue team.
Will they be able to kill Maokai?
I think they should not.
Possible.
Maybe. I think they should not go after Maokai because he will be able to safely retreat, but instead they should be taking back the altars that the eastern altar is
I think LeBlanc
right
is doing that actually now.
Very good, and the western altar just opened up actually, so they should be able to take that back as well. And that should be enough for them to regain the upper hand.
Yeah, Renekton is going to the western altar, but it is a question whether the Jarvan and Maokai will make it there in time or go. anyway, but possibly they won't.
There goes the capture, but top lane is pushing for the red team. Xinjiao is arriving right now to defend that turret, which has taken quite a bit of damage so far.
Ah, not
Not
that
that much
much.
actually. I thought